Hello my beautiful people and welcome to my channel. In this space I'm going to be sharing with you monthly general tarot readings as well as my TikTok lives, and I'll also be sharing with you essential oil education and, excitingly, my podcast interviews for my podcast. I'm Kitty O'Brien and thank you so much for joining me here. So for the best free online tarot readings and for the most accurate tarot readings, hit that little bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and the subscribe button. Hi my beautiful people, this is a general reading for the month of November for Sagittarius, so a fire symbol. So I'm going to pull some cards. Before I do that, I'm going to adjust my, because I've just crossed my legs, my heated blanket. So let's pull some cards, ooh, and see what falls. I'm going to let them all fall, and then I will talk about them. Right, okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're looking at quite a few different things here. Oh, crumbs. They're very feisty. Holy jamoly. Right, so all the readings for December so far have been really big on rebirth. Really big on rebirth. Lots of stuff coming to an end, lots of new stuff. The moon has come up a lot, and the temperance, and the Empress. Hello, Empress. We've had some heartache. Oh, we're not seeing the bigger picture, guys. Okay, hang on. Oh no! Oh no! Where did that go? Oh no! Just hang on. Oh, I have no shame with my heated blanket on, by the way. No shame at all. It is it's just that time of year here in England. I'm from the UK, if you couldn't tell. Right, we got a lot going on, and so before I start on this, I'm going to get some plant magic in from our beautiful mother, being a witch and all. It's so important. Oh yes, I've got this oil. This is a good oil. This oil, oh, for November, was on offer with doTERRA, Cedarwood. It's a brilliant oil. You put it on your chest before a workout, it opens everything up, and it helps you like with endurance during the workout. And also, I mean, it's used for so much. It's used for skincare products as well. So to help with blemishes on your skin or imperfections, it gets rid of all of that. But anyway, let's look at the spiritual meaning of Cedarwood. It is oopsie daisy, I've gone past it. So it is stand tall and proud. Now when I say proud, okay, I'm being proud of who you are. You are perfect just as you are. You don't need to change or be anything else, or you know, you are perfect as you are. So stand tall and be proud. It, rightly so, is the base chakra, so psychological and physiological needs. Now physical and psychological needs, get it out. It's about grounding, safety and security. The astrological ruler is the sun. It's very fiery. It's about expansion, brilliance and the divine masculine. And it's the house of Leo, which is leisure, children, affection, romance, play and taking action. And it's the element of earth. So it's about stability, grounding, fortitude and abundance. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see this. I can see this. There is too much happening in your life. But for now, it is not the time to give up. Help is on the way. You have unseen help around you. Simplify your life by letting go of clutter and unnecessary duties. Make time to rest and recoup. Embrace community. Being part of a community does not mean you will lose your individuality. Talk to people you consider more stylish, successful, or intelligent than you, or hug a tree. So, you possess a desire to nourish comfortable relationships with others while you can truly be yourself. So at the start of each and end, at the start and end of each day, diffuse or spritz cedarwood around your space, feeling posed and centered. If you're uncomfortable about the social situation, anoint your feet and spine with cedarwood. Okay, now when they say spritz, you spritz with water. So the bottles with doTERRA are quite big. You can get smaller ones. It's 5ml or 15ml. And then the roller bottles are 15ml. Not 15, 10ml. My goodness, I'm sorry. 5ml or 15, or roller bottles are 10. Now 15ml is about 230 uses. This one's eucalyptus. I have cedarwood in the kitchen. Eucalyptus, wild orange and peppermint is what I have before me. And I've got so many of these little empty bottles. They're brilliant. You put 10 drops of each oil, or you can put like 10 drops of cedarwood, and then you just cleanse your aura. I love doing this. I can do this all day. Actually, I could spray myself forever. It's so good. And it just cleanses, and you can cleanse your space as well. So I always make sure I cleanse my space before and after a reading. I'll be popping information about cedarwood in the description box below. We'll keep this one out, and then what I do is I've been using my new water healing oracle deck, healing water oracle deck. I've got thousands of decks. I'm shuffling my hair again. So what I've decided to do is, because these readings are only about 20 minutes long, I'm going to make a membership site and put, oh my goodness, the sirens. Use your voice, expansion and freedom. This is being your true authentic self. Now I'm going to put this under the death card and read that from the book at the end. So anyway, doing a membership site. Gonna do it for January because I'm recording a lot of extra content. So I'll have extended readings. It's gonna be £10 a month. And you can do it monthly, or you can, do it whenever. It's not gonna be like you have to sign up for a certain amount of time or anything like that. So, and then I'll be doing the extended readings with all my lovely oracle decks. I've got so many, so we can go really deep into these. And I've also got this other deck, which I'm not allowed to pull cards on that on YouTube. I'll get told off. So it's a more intimate deck. It's like an erotic deck, but I'm using it for like intimate stuff, because I think it's helpful for people sometimes to know what different dynamics and stuff in the bedroom. So, right, Sagittarius, here we go. Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving energy. I feel like you've got so much going on in your life at the moment, but you've also come to a grinding halt because you've got so much going on in your life. This card is all about, do I move forward and plant my opportunities? You can see he's holding his coin and the fields are ploughed. So does he move forward and plough in a different field, or does he plant his seeds in this field? But I love this deck. I'm training with it, so I'm using it a lot. So I've just opened on the Lovers, and when I did my Capricorn reading, Lovers was one of the second card that fell, and I am bringing in my soulmate. So, Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Right, Knight of Pentacles. When the Knight of Pentacles arrives in a reading, expect some kind of test. Yes, this is December. And the test will be whether to do something now or do something later, okay? This is not a drama-filled scenario, but a quiet test of your honor and personal beliefs. Remember that the Green Knight of the legend was a tester of other knights. While he is a friendly character, he is also mysterious. In a reading, when the Knight of Pentacles appears... in a reading, the Knight of Pentacles also represents a down-to-earth young man with a dark complexion and eyes. He is kind, compassionate, dependable, faithful, and hard-working and practical. This card may also indicate that enrollment in a university, trade, or technical school in the future. Like, all the other Knight cards, the Knight of Pentacles is also a movement card. But the movement here is more methodical. This Knight takes his time, actively observes, and then thoughtfully moves forward to deal with challenges. The Knight of Pentacles is the active observer that, and methodically, oh my goodness, sorry, getting this sentence out is a challenge. The challenge of the Knight of Pentacles is that active observation and methodical movement is necessary. Deal with any challenges in this way and you will obtain a quiet victory. There we go. I love how she writes. So yes, okay. So this is the first card. This is like what is going on in your life right now. There's some challenges, but you don't rush into them. Like he's standing still. He ain't moving. Watch and observe. Calculate. Plan. Now, the King of Wands is coming up as an obstacle. The King of Wands is that is interesting because he's fire, the element of fire. And do you know, I wonder if he's a Sagittarius. He's not a Leo. I don't know if he's an Aries. We could be a Leo. No, I don't know. No, because Leos are normally represented by the lion and he's got the gecko. But anyway, he is about, I mean, he's a king. So he's passion, about desires. And when I say passion, what gets you passionate? What are your desires? What do you want to do? What makes your blood feel on fire? What gets you excited? What speeds up the heartbeat? What excites you? You know, what excites you? It's coming up as an obstacle because you're not, I want to say you're not living this life as if it was the last. This life, yes, we're reborn into many different lifetimes, but in this life, this one right here, this is no practice run. We don't get another shot at this life. So make the most of it. And what are the areas in your life that you really want to do that you're not doing? I'm sure there's lots of things. I mean, there's lots of things people want to do that they never do. They have their childhood dreams, or they want to explore the world, or they want to, you know, to do X, Y, and Z, but they never get round to doing it. And then they're like elderly and they're lying on the deathbed and they're like, oh, if only I had done that. And they have all that regret behind them. Or, you know, you can see like an elderly person sitting in a rocking chair just thinking, I wish I had done all that stuff I wanted to do. Life is too short. So don't waste your life. What is the stuff that you want to do that you're not doing? You want to do it as well with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is all about having too many options and not knowing which one to take. So actually, the Knight of Pentacles is about observing and calculating and deciding what to do in a I can't say the word. Methodical way. There we go. But the Knight of Cups, my goodness, the Nine of Cups is all about, it's almost like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to turn my back on it. I mean, he's not even looking at them. There's so many choices, there's so many different routes that this person could take. And they're like, no, I'm not going to think, I don't know, I'm just going to contemplate, but I'm not going to be looking at the stuff and making calculated decisions. And that's not like, that's what you want in. And I don't think you want it in. I don't think you want the universe to give you loads of stuff and then you go, I don't know what one to take. I don't know which one to choose. I don't know what route to go down. I think you just want the opportunities. I think there's stuff that you want to do that you're not doing, and you just want the opportunity to be able to do it. Now, I think someone's also taking your time, giving and receiving, with the Six of Pentacles. You can see someone's begging, someone's receiving, and someone's giving. But you can see the weighing scales of Libra. He's like measuring it up, going, yeah, you know, do I feel charitable today? Or if I give this person this thing, then I might get something back. So there's like, you've got to question the intention around the giving and the receiving. Because if you're struggling to give at the moment, you're going to struggle to receive, because it needs to be that equal balance. me, prime example, I used to be a people pleaser. I'd do anything for anyone. But if someone tried buying me a coffee, I would feel so insanely uncomfortable, and I'd feel like I owed them something back. I'm going to attempt to cross my legs under the table. I've pulled it really close because it lifts up and comes towards me, but it does mean I'm limited on leg space. Just some random information there you didn't need to know. So question the giving and the receiving, okay? Just question it. Look at your intentions. Are you a people pleaser? Do you feel uncomfortable saying no? Why do you feel uncomfortable saying no? I mean, this stems back to your childhood, okay? To your conditioning, to your subconscious mind. All this, your behaviours and thought patterns and habits all stem back to your conditioning as you're a child, and how society has conditioned you and stuff over the years. So, you know, what is the intention? Do you like to give things to people because it makes you feel needed? Do you like giving things away because then you feel like people owe you? Like, what's going on? So just look at that, and whatever, you have a think about that and reflect on that, okay? Yeah, something else was coming through there. Something else. Personal boundaries. Are they non-existent in your life? Do you know what a healthy personal boundary is? I didn't. I had to go through some really horrible experiences to figure that one out. So just think about it. And is it, you've got stuff that you want to do but you're not doing? Is that because other people are taking up your time and you feel like you have responsibilities? Okay, have a think. Your past. You had adventures in the past. I think you did travelling as well. I'm feeling you did travelling with the Page of Wands. I mean, he's standing in the desert in Egypt on a new adventure. And he's got the red and the green as well. Green represents abundance and red represents the passion. So you, in the past, I think you had loads of great adventures. And you love to go off and do stuff. You know, you might have loved to go on holidays or travel, or but there was a lot of activity in your life in the past. You used to do stuff that you really wanted to do, but now it's sort of, I feel like it's coming to a grinding halt a bit. I'm just going to take a swig of my tea. Hopefully it's not too hot. I've got one of those itchy throats today. It's probably why I sound quite croaky and musky. And we'll have to take... I've got these actually. They're amazing. They're essential oils. They're lozenges. So I will definitely take one of those later. Right, past. Lots of adventures. The Moon and the Empress. So the Moon and the Empress keep coming up. Okay, the Empress is all about... She's the divine feminine. So women belong to the Moon, men belong to the Sun. The Moon represents the divine feminine. It represents romance as well. So these two cards represent you. It's duality, balance. You know, you've got the clawfish coming out of the water onto land. So something is going to come forth from your subconscious mind. So you're going to recognize a limiting belief or a negative behavior or negative thought patterns or whatever it is. You've got to start being more self-aware. So, excuse me, we can see both faces of the Moon here. When you look at the Moon at night, you only ever see the one, but in this card you see both faces, because you're seeing the side that's not seen before, so the shadow self as well. Water represents the subconscious mind, so all the conditioning, and land represents the conscious mind, okay? So it's very much about being self-aware, and also it's the journey through the mountains. So in tarot, when there's a journey through the mountains, it represents the hermit's journey to go find your true authentic self and start really listening to your inner compass and tapping into that wisdom. Okay, and the dogs as well, the dog and the wolf. So it's very much about you know, that inner instinct as well, trusting that gut feeling. You know, the dogs are domesticated, but the wolves are wild. So again, about that balance and duality and opposites as well. Also means something is in the pipeline. So something's coming your way, but you've not clocked it yet. It's remaining hidden. Okay? So something's coming. So that could be coming forward from your own awareness, or something actually coming forward like an opportunity or something. 8 of Wands, message has been sent. There's no going back. You've burnt your bridges. So you can't go back to the way things were, where you used to be like an adventurer and go off and do your own things. There's no going back in time, but you can build your future however you see fit. So your future's built today, not tomorrow. So moving forward in lots of action for that one. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I feel compelled, here we go. When the Eight of Wands flies into a reading, it is a notice that projects that were once delayed are coming to a swift completion. So, message has been sent. There's no going back. No one doing it. This is a positive and exciting card full of motion and action. Okay, so anything that you've put out into the universe that you wanted manifest, or you wanted to manifest, are going to start manifesting now. Often this card would symbolize travel for business or pleasure, and typically this is travel by air. The Eight of Wands also means long-distance communication between business partners. This is the time where fresh ideas and creativity rule, and swift, decisive action is the order of the day. Okay, so actually swift and decisive action, very much the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, I wouldn't say it's swift, but it is decisive action. So things are really going to start coming into play and manifesting. And I almost feel like there's you're a bit worried about that as well, because that Empress represents your hopes and your fears. And she's all about abundance, fertility. She's the planet Venus. She's the only card in the deck that's pregnant, so that could be with an actual baby, or that could be a business idea, or a business opportunity coming to life, or a new business venture being birthed. So there's loads of different stuff going on here, and it is reaping the rewards. It is the time of harvest, and it's a very plentiful harvest as well. But it's like you want that, but you're worried. So it's almost like you want that, and you've planned for it, and you're excited to have it, but then at the same time you're worried it's not going to happen, it's not going to manifest. And that is a negative belief there. Now, there is something you're not seeing. Five of Pentacles. You see these two people are like caught out in a snowstorm, and they're literally ignoring the cathedral that is offering them warmth, shelter and food, and a place to stay for the night. They're like, no, we don't see it. And it's like right beside them. So they're struggling out in a snowstorm, but all they have to do is turn their heads and see what is being offered to them. So they don't recognize or see their salvation. Now, these three cards support your future card, okay? So, why? Why are you not accepting help? Where, yeah, what a question. Sometimes it's really difficult to accept help from people. But then look at your conditioning. Why is it difficult for you to accept help? Why do you feel like you can't accept help? Do you feel like you owe them something if they help you? Remember the intention of giving and receiving. So just be mindful that the universe will send you things. Things will come your way. And it might not necessarily be how you imagined it to be. So don't refuse it though. Don't refuse it. I mean, if it's really not aligned with you, ask, you know, it's not aligned with you, but, you know, just try and see it for what it is, basically. And then this will pass. You will start opening up and accepting help. And that's when we really start healing with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is all about, so in your past, you had a wonderful adventure, but there was also heartbreak. There's also stuff that went on in your past that caused a lot of heartache. And it's only now, or in the future, because we're talking about the next 3 to 6 months, where you're going to start healing from that. Okay? Because the storm clouds are going, you know, it's nearly the end of the storm. And that sunshine is going to burst through at any minute, and it's really going to open your heart, and you're going to let the sun in. And actually the story of this card is, where the heart is pierced, there's a hole, and that's where the sunlight gets into and heals the inside of the heart. So whatever happened before in the past, that is, you're really going to actually heal from it and move on now, and just let it go and release. And once you've done that, you get the 10. The 10 of Pentacles, which really represents happily ever after. Financially, it represents great stability. You've got the grandparents, the kids, the grandchildren, the dogs, like you've got everything in this card. So it's very much representing a really good phase that you're going to be entering into. More finances, better pay, more time at home, more time, money, freedom. People's going to be happy, joyous, going to be that feeling of community and a united family, okay? And that, when you start healing and when you start reconnecting with people and when you start accepting help no matter how it comes and what form it comes in, then that's when we really start going through the rebirth process with the death card. And our old self dies and our new self is like born from the ashes. And it's a really powerful card. So all that abundance that you're worried about getting, all that abundance you're worried that isn't going to come to you, all that manifestation you're worried isn't actually going to come to fruition, like it's all going to come. So all that stuff that you've been dreaming about is really going to start like coming to you. And just believing in that and believing you're worthy of it, that is such a big rebirth. And also being, just being aware, self-aware. And that really happens when we come back to ourselves and be our true, authentic selves. Hang on, I'm just going to find the card. And it is 132. I mean, there's nothing better being our true, authentic selves and speaking from the heart. And experiencing that freedom just to express and not worried about whether we're rejected or not. Use your voice, expansion and freedom. In Greek mythology, the sirens were half women, half bird sea creatures that would entice fishermen and sailors with their sweet and sensational songs. Free and empowered, they were not afraid to share their voice and use their natural gifts to attract whatever they wanted. This card is an invitation to own your gifts, to share your voice, and to surrender into the most expansive version of who you are. To give yourself the music that plays within, to share your song without wavering, to be free and dance unrestrained. In life, there are opportunities to become more and more alive and free with each passing day. However, most of us feel more and more trapped by life that we so consciously created. What do you need to do to embrace life fully? How can you step into your most expansive self? Often while we're growing up, we experience hurt, loss, hurt, loss and endings that we fail to address. Those memories stagnate within us and it becomes harder to dance and sing. However, every moment of your life is an opportunity to change, to thrive and to grow. Every moment is an opportunity to express yourself, to find your natural, unique way to dance and sing. So the soul inquiry for this card is, how are you being called to share your voice and expand into your most alive, empowered self? Aren't they pretty? Don't think you can see because of the glare. You know, I never knew they were part bird. I always thought they were part fish. I thought they were like a mermaid, but I could be wrong. Right, my lovelies. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that resonated with you. And yeah, have a wonderful December.